Hey everyone, what's up with you? I am here. Hold on, let me get it together. I am here. Hold on, let me get it together. Okay, I'm just setting up the video to review. Thank you for being patient. Okay, I'm just setting up the video to review. Thank you for being patient. Okay, I'm just setting up the video. Okay, so if you see by the title, I'm going to be reviewing Mr. Fatty. There we go. I'm going to be reviewing Mr. Fat Ass. And me on his stream the other day. I had joined to join the conversation, and he basically tried to create a narrative where one part of the information that he offered didn't have anything to do with the other. So I was kind of irritated with that. And he has this way about him where he continues to cut you off while you're speaking. And I told him before, like, it's rude when you do that. Hey, Facebook friends. How y'all doing? So I'm reviewing his panel from the other day, and we're gonna get some statistics and correct some of the arguments that he tried to offer. To me, Fatty comes off like he's trying to cause this sex war between men and women. You know, he doesn't want, especially in the Black community, he doesn't want them to get along. Most of his audience are Black. I was disappointed in the men that were on the panel. Amen. And this nigga, like, shut up. Unless you, I wish somebody would have tried to correct him and say, those are not accurate stats, you know, and so forth and so forth. But it was like, because I'm not quick with my responses or quick with my communication on the panel, especially, I was basically railroaded. And like I said, they created this theory, this narrative about me. I had only been on air for like 5 minutes, so it's not going to be that long. But I do want to correct some things since he didn't allow me to speak my truth on the panel, which I'm not going back on air. He had begged me to come on there I don't know what for. Again, he wants to create this narrative and showcase, oh, these type of black women or whatnot. I don't know. I don't know what his hate is within himself, because he couldn't be hating me. Okay. I said these things as far as him being fat or whatever to his face. He's asked me if I would date someone like him. I told him no, he's not my type. And I stand on that. Like, he's not my type. I told him he would have to lose a few pounds and put that suit back on for me to talk to him. So I think I rubbed him the wrong way about that. And I don't know if he had this certain idea of me in his head. But we're going to get into the video, okay? Because we already been here for 5 minutes, and I hate people that take a long time to get into it. So let's discuss it. Let's show it. Yeah, I don't know if it's going to overlap. I guess I'll mute one of them.
From the inside out. So I think if they
What's the problem? What's the problem with that?
If we were what?
What's the problem with that? If I know that if Kazim gives me a job and I know for a fact either I work all my life with him and I'm the richest I can be, or if I leave, the company is going to give me half of the company. What's the problem with me being selfish? I'm getting what I want. It's literally the retirement plan.
So
Women are looking at marriage.
That's not marriage, though. That's not what they want.
So let me ask you this: is marriage for love or a retirement plan for a woman?
We all know that marriage is a business. We can agree upon that. You come together to build this legacy to leave to your children, or this certain lifestyle for your children. But a retirement means you stop or you leave this quote unquote job, employment, to travel the world. That's what retirement is. Or, spend the rest of your days, relaxing and doing all the hobby, the things that you wish you could have done while you were working. So it's like he's offering a hypothesis or analogy that doesn't align with what he's trying to argue, because he wants to paint a picture that fits his narrative. And I'm going to keep on saying that it's about fitting his narrative. I'm gonna let y'all know ahead of time. I come on here looking busted and disgusted, but that's okay. I still showed up. I showed up for the truth. All right, let's get back into it.
For most women, not for you. Let's take it out of you. For most women that are married, they're 30 years old for whatever reason. They feel like they are confused all their life, but they're 30. Finally, they decided, I want to settle down, have kids, and all that. Right? Are they marrying for love? Are they marrying the love of their life, or they are marrying because they don't want to actually fall into the middle of the sea? They want the retirement plan. They want the security boat, so they are getting that boat so they make sure that they don't drown. What is your opinion about that?
Well, then they would.
I was so disappointed in Shay's facial expression, because her face was telling it all, but she was not speaking a lot. And I feel like they tried to paint Shay to be, and Shay, well, you guys see her name, but they try to paint her to be the angry, no pun intended, or no disrespect, but angry fat black woman, bitter or anything like that. He's intruded into people's personal business just to bring or spew out this same information to them as retaliation. That's what my issue is. And that's why I don't really telling my business to people, because they'll attack you with that same information. And so you have to be careful who you share your truths with. And they're going to do it in this video. They're going to use her past situation against her. So let's jump back into again, I don't believe that marriage is a retirement plan. That's idiotic to say.
Stay in the marriage if it's about retirement.
No, because I win. No, because I win if I broke the marriage. Joke a bit. So let's do this, right? I'm a woman. You are a man. I date you. You have money. I don't. You have a house. I don't. You put some kids, right? We have kids now, right? And I know if I leave you, I will get not half of my shit. Let's go with 30%. 20. I'll get 20, right? You have $1 million. I get $200,000, probably a house because the kids have to live somewhere and they're probably going to be with me. And I can literally turn around and sleep with tyranny while I get child support from you. I still get the house. I still get $200. And now I get to fuck the woman that I actually want. Isn't that a great deal for me? I get the retirement plan. And if my marriage doesn't fail, I can live with cashes and prizes and literally try it again with the next person and with the next person and with the next person, because I will never get, I'm not going to get barefoot. The other person is, because the court system and the laws are made to actually make sure I always have at least sandals while the other person is going to lose their shoes. Like, why wouldn't I do that?
Well, so then why would Dark Lake? Why would it be important for women to understand that irreconcilable difference is a drawback for men? If you're saying that that's our mindset, then why would we care if that's why you don't want to get married?
Well, the thing about it is, we men in society, I don't know if you guys are hearing the same messages that we are, but we're constantly hearing messages that men aren't men anymore. Men aren't masculine anymore. Men aren't traditional. Men aren't the same as men as old. There is 100,000 complaints a minute every single day that women project about what men are not, right? And commitment in marriage is one of the things that women are constantly complaining that men aren't worried about anymore. So that's why I was giving you and all the women information here about what you guys could possibly do to sort of not, discourage men from that endeavor if y'all wanted that. You understand that?
I completely understand. I'm just going with Fatty's logic. What he said, that if we're approaching it in that way as women, why would we care about your
Let me tell you why. And Tierney can go next. I don't know if she is still on the phone. So joke a bit.
I'm not on the phone. I'm just saying because I don't want to interrupt.
Yeah, that's fine. Because you were on the phone, but you got it next, right? If you divorce your husband, joke a bit.
I'm not divorcing my husband.
You see what?
Everyone says that in the beginning.
So why would he sit up there and say you can divorce your husband, as if she was implying she didn't want to be with her husband? That's not what she said. She said that you go through, relationships are hard, basically, and you endure unless there's something excruciating that you have to leave, such as, let's say, someone's cheating or abusive, right? I think people can work through their financial struggles. Hold on one second. Oh, shoot. But again, he's prying into her personal business, trying to find out where he can maneuver and use it against her. Hold on one second. I'm trying to do a sale. $7,900. Sorry. He's using her past or her her relationship against her and trying to tell her what to do. He doesn't know anything about this woman, but he feels entitled, the need to tell her to leave her husband. That's why I'm like, you have to be careful who you are getting information from.
Like, there's no.
That's what I said. I said let's just.
Everyone said that in the beginning.
This is an hypothetical. This is an hypothetical, right?
Okay.
If you
I'll
divorce
try
your
to
husband,
follow that.
because you seem like you're living very nice, Jokabeda. Look at
I
you.
work hard.
Your
Yes, I
skin
work hard.
is shiny. You have a beautiful
Yes.
hair. You have a lake. You have a giant house.
You like me?
You
Just like-
that's like she literally has to say, oh my god, I need to move closer to the internet connection because the house is so big that she goes to the side of the house and the router doesn't get there, right? Let's go with that, Jokabeda. Hypothetically, if you divorce today, right?
Mhm.
Does your husband earn more than you?
No.
He earns less than you.
About the same.
So he's trying to, again, find a weakness in her marriage, trying to figure out, is her husband a broke nigga? She's dealing with a nigga that she taking care of. So of course she wouldn't leave him because she's already making the money. Or is he making more money and she's there because he's taking care of her financially, and so she needs to depend on him? That's why I appreciate I think it's Lockabed for setting the playing field as it's equal between us. There is no greater and there is no less. We both come to the table and bring our own finances. And so he still tries to turn it around to his narrative. Sorry, Facebook.
About the same. Were you guys that way when you guys got into each other with each other?
No.
Who was earning more?
Me.
Okay, so you brought some money into the relationship. He worked himself up to it, and now you guys are at the same level. If you divorce him, okay, is your life going to get any major setback? Anything is going to happen to you?
No.
So this is the answer on why should I work for it? You can literally leave.
Exactly. That is what a relationship should be like. You guys should be trying to get women who does not need to depend on you solely. Oh, Lord. If she decides to leave, she's able to take care of you. When you go to court, the judge will look at that and say, okay, there is no need for alimony because she's able to financially remove herself out of this marriage. She can sustain herself outside of this marriage. And on the other side, he is also able, and I was going to say vice versa, he's also able to financially take care of himself. So it would just be how you say it, irreconcilable differences. I don't know how you say it. Irreconcilable differences. I've never been married, so don't get me to quoting stuff about marriage. But so it wouldn't be you have to pay me alimony. Why would he pay her alimony if they're making the same amount? But what benefit would she have by divorcing him if they make the same amount? It's not like she's, getting more. It's not like the judge is going to say, yeah. I don't think they have kids. I don't know if they went that far into it. But even if they had kids, I wish they would stop acting like child support is a lot and it's not based off of something. Okay, child support is based off of your income and the time spent. If we have joint custody of the children, then you don't have to pay child support. I wish y'all would stop again spreading these false narratives as if, oh well, then she don't want to let me see the baby. If you ain't out here beating up your baby mama, you ain't out here assaulting anyone in any type of form, and if you are not, I don't know, a dangerous person, I think the judge is more favorable with men having their children. Excuse me, judges are not objective toward men having their children. It's about how much are you going to fight for? Are you willing to put in the time? Because I understand time is money, but don't make excuses. So I wish they would stop. He would especially stop pushing this narrative as if child support is like a lot. It's really not. Especially it depends on how many children you have, and then you gotta pay all these other things. So and you'll see his demeanor towards that in a second. Let's get back into it. What happened?
And nothing happens.
I
Zero.
lose, I lose him.
But you can get another him and another him.
Another him. There's
No,
another him.
and I know technically there's not another him. He's your
But there is.
soulmate. But that's the reality. You know you're going to get the kids.
Look, this amen ass nigga at the top. How you say his name? Kasim? This amen nigga at the top irks my nerves. I'm like, bro, have your own arguments. Why are you amening this dude? Like, he gives me, he don't get no women, and if he do get women, they don't like him for him. They like him for what he could provide them, because he's already said on the panel that he has a townhouse. He's financially stable and so forth, and I'm not knocking him for that. I commend him for that, but I wish he would stop with the amen and let this grown man speak for himself. Let him have these own arguments. You see that Fatty is going after this woman, and no other woman is speaking up against this argument. And that's how he has it. He'll shut other women down, shut them up, and he won't have the same energy with the other men. I just can't deal with it. I was so annoyed on this panel. I was like, ugh. So they could just jump in whenever they feel like it, but if somebody else do, if women do, then you shutting them up. Okay.
You're probably going to get the house. That man is going to have to move out. He's going to need to find a new house. He's going to have to make time for the kids now on weekends, so he's working 5 times a week, and on the weekends he has to take care of those kids. His life is going to shake. Like, his life is going to break into.
Was he not already spending time and making time for the children? I don't understand that statement. Oh, now he's going to have to make time for the children. Why was he not already making time for the children? This is not adding up to me. It just sounds like excuses, as if this is not something you should have done in the first place.
Your life is the only thing that actually can jeopardize you if you stop being attractive. Because as long as you have a little bit of attractiveness, you can get all of the things that you were getting before, and now you have another husband that can give you all the things, or boyfriend that can come in, give you sex, give you emotional stability, pleasure, talk with you, watch Netflix and that. So the question.
This is such a lie. For the type of men that women want, they can't just be attractive. They have to bring something to the table. They can't just be attractive. That's a lie. I know a lot of men, though. They come onto these panels and women are throwing themselves at them. I wanted to say, Jonathan Major, you see how fast he bounced back? He went from a white woman to a black woman. And if he leave Megan Good, he gonna go to something else. They are always available. I wish they would stop the lies. I wish they would stop the lies, as if women can just go to anybody. Yeah, we can definitely get men in our beds because y'all are easy in that way. But as far as a substantial relationship or committed relationship, building a lifestyle together, you guys are reluctant in doing that. You guys are hesitant in doing those things. So no, you can't just get another husband.
The Dark Lake is on these terms. If you feel like you would lose nothing, by losing divorcing somebody. And every man on this panel look at divorce as like a very damaging situation because they know probably they're going to take 5 years, 10 years, 15 years to recover from it. Wouldn't that actually justify what Dr. Lake is saying? That women are just living the irreconcilable, I'm not happy, I'm leaving, and they're still getting away with everything they got. They just have to replace the man while the man has to rebuild everything that they actually work for. Do you see what I'm saying? Like, isn't that a fair assessment?
Yeah, absolutely. I have no qualms with that. I was just wondering with the way you were talking, but I understand completely that it's not a good, when you do a cost, like a risk analysis of the situation.
SWOT analysis.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
I see it.
That's perfect. That's perfect. And now that tyranny is going, can you then admit that women are married for the retirement plan?
Joker, how long you been married?
1 second, Tyranny. I just
I
want
want to know. I
no, just a little
How long
bit.
you always think I'm attacking somebody?
No, because you are, and I want last question. And then
Daddy don't let women talk. Why?
no, Tyranny, no, it's not letting women talk. I'm going to start to be ends off after the next episode, actually. But for now, I just want to ask a question, then you can ask yours.
I just want to know.
Joke a bit.
Women have different.
Okay, you guys got it. Go ahead. You guys got it. Joke a bit.
I don't know how long she's been married, because
Go ahead.
a woman tells me that I'll never divorce my husband. That's dangerous to me.
Go ahead.
It's dangerous to me because people change. What's funny? People do things. And
True.
I mean, if you're willing to let someone do whatever they want to you, and you're already putting in stone that I'll never leave my husband.
So that's my girl Tyranny. She actually introduced me to Fatty, not formally, but I came to know Fatty through Tyranny. I didn't know who he was, never went to his channel or anything. He came to her channel to join in on the conversation, and that's where, and she was showing pictures or whatever of him, and I was like, yeah, he was handsome when he was skinny. As you can see, Fatty is not skinny anymore. And he don't wear suits no more either. He looks depressed to me. He looks like, he's so focused with his channel that he don't even look like he take a shower. I'm gonna be real with you. He don't look like he take a shower. But that's just my opinion. But I know Tyranny. We're familiarized. We didn't had our ups and downs. But let's see. People say that me and Tyranny are similar. Okay? Quote unquote, we sound dumb or whatever. It's like, nah, you just can't play us for no idiot. That's all. You can play with your mama, but you can't play with us. So let's see what Tyranny says. She asked her how long she been married.
I mean, that's dangerous.
Get the fuck out of here. What the fuck?
So if you,
Put yourself on, let the women talk.
So you hear somebody in the background say, get the F out of here. And Fatty just allows for this man, Quentin, I believe, to disrespect Tyranny. It's like, come on now. You don't have control of your panel. So again, he lets the men run rampant, while he try to contain the women.
when you get married, you don't consider these possibilities that someone might change. And if they change for the better or the worse, as long as he's not putting his hands on me, touching children, like, why would... Exactly. I mean, that's within reason, though. Of course, no one would stay with anyone if that's happening.
Right.
So, I mean, you have to use common sense. Like, of course, no one would stay in that situation.
That's what I'm saying. When you just said, "I'll never leave my husband," that's
because
not true.
based on the context,
I'll let you finish.
Based on the context of the conversation that they were asking about money and all these other things, there was no reason within that conversation to say. I mean, there's, because I know, to me, him, the man that he is, the man, how he navigates the world, that's more priceless to me than any money.
Right,
So I'd rather not live without him than worry about
totally
money.
get that. My man is as awesome as well. We just haven't got married yet. I get that. I'm just saying, like, it's dangerous to say I will never leave my husband, because then you put it in stone. And I've seen a lot of women get into
That's why you get married, bro.
I don't know if you guys just don't respect me. You only respect Joker Beth. She talks for like 10 minutes, but then when I start talking for 15 seconds, you're cutting me off.
Look how she acting. Look how you...
Wait one second.
I get tired of that narrative as well. Look how she acts and look how you act. That's not the point, sir. I'm speaking. Allow me to finish my point, get my point across, and then you can respond. Stop with this whole, well, she's more feminine than you are. So what? I could care less. I am speaking. I don't care how I'm delivering it. As long as I'm not being disrespectful. And from what I see, Tyranny's not being disrespectful to anyone. She's just trying to communicate with this woman at best. So it's like, and I wish they would stop with the popcorn comments. Like, be quiet. Allow for Fatty to moderate his panel, and he don't need you to sit up there and make your commentaries. She hasn't said anything. She's just like, okay. Tierney said, I'll let you finish and then I'll speak. And then the lady continues to Jacobit, right? She continues to cut Tierney off. So it's like, what do you expect? It's irritating because it's like you're being argumentative for no reason.
Yeah, look how you act.
No,
Hey,
one second. Don't come bring this. You go in the back if you want.
Hey, one second. I actually agree with Tyranny on this one. So, what is the Tyranny? What is the question? Do you have a question, or you just?
That was just a quick question that I want to ask her.
Yes.
Was how
I agree with her. And this is not personal. This is not about Jokabet. The fact that you think you're going to be with somebody forever, knowing that doesn't depend on you. It depends on the other person if they want to be with you or not. You are not the same person that you were 5 years, 10 years, 15 years. So things happen. Shit happens, right? I think he's wishful.
No, what Tierney said was she just wanted to know how long Jacobet was married. He turns the narrative around to say that's a good point because everything doesn't last. People change and so forth and so forth. And Jacobet already said that is to be expected in a marriage. I mean, she said it like 4 or 5 times already. I'm not going to leave my husband because things is not going the way I expected them. Or we're out of the honeymoon stages. We have to work through them. So what other answer do you expect? She's not going to change her answer either.
Marriage. Like, why get married if you're going to think that, well, if this happens, if you put exit strategies on it or exit plans already on marriage before you get married, then what's the point? Like, you already have
Let's go prenup.
I don't think anybody.
Wait. Let's go prenup.
So what? No, that's not even a good reason. It's not so what. Prenups are for when they happen. Oh, okay. I didn't even see this. Oh no. Where did it go? Prenups are when you want to exit a marriage. Understood. That's so it's not drawn out in court. Court fees, attorney fees rack up. It's more than what the divorce was worth. That's the reason why people have prenups, so they can come. Hey, if you do this, and we decide to get divorced, this is how much you get. We talking about big bank money, okay? People with money have prenups, okay? Property, businesses have prenups. I don't know Jacobit, and I don't know her lifestyle or anything like that, but I'm pretty sure she ain't in no big money where she got to have a prenup, which is why she just went ahead and got married. And I may be wrong.
Prenup.
Yeah, that's an exit strategy. You make plans.
She's not talking about exit strategy.
One second. You make plans for war in times of peace. It's not on the day that war happens that you will go to war. You make plans for war in times of peace. We put a seatbelt on when you get into a car. You get house insurance. You get car insurance. You literally protect everything that you care about it before you get into a marriage, because you get into a situation because my house can burn, my car can crash, I can die. Like, so we actually prepare ourselves for these things. I'm not saying that you are looking to get divorced. What I'm saying is that there's no person. Let's say that some people actually plan this shit ahead, but I would say that 95% of people that get into marriage think that shit is going to be forever. All of them.
Because you put the work in. You put the work into me. So I'm speaking from a place of, I'm not, like I said, what he's doing is one thing. What my personal responsibility within this thing is, this is what I'm not going to do. I've purpose in my heart. I've purpose in my heart. What my locus of control is internal. So I'm choosing how to navigate my world. So if I say, barring X or Y, I'm going to stay, right? Then I will do what it takes to stay. I will implement the duty. I will make sure that I think the problem is we lack commitment in this society, and that's why marriages aren't lasting, because we think, well, you know what?
I agree with Jacobet with that point right there. We are not staying in these committed relationships or marriages because it's so easy to leave. We make up so many excuses as why we want to leave. Oh, it's hard. The woe is me type of stories. But like I said, she still didn't change her answer. It's still the same. She not leaving her man. She gonna work through it. I think she come from a different era. That's why I think Jacobet and Fatty are a decade in age, probably more.
up and all that, so I'm gonna be gone if any little thing, and then we're gone. And then the things that we complain about and talk about, it's like, really, that's why you
I
left?
just want to know how long you've been married. That's all I wanted to know. How long
You wanted to know how long, because
No, just answer the question, love. How long?
No, because the question was answered.
What did no?
Yes, it was answered. You wanted to know
How
because
long
I'm
you been
talking like
married?
this.
3 years,
That's not-
5 years, 2 years? How long you been married? Is this your first marriage? Like, you're scared to, I don't understand why you don't answer the question, but anyways, we can move on because we talked a lot. Go ahead, Fatty.
I would say this from
One second. Again, those are, and this is the thing, right? You get more with money than you get with fucking.
I said how long you been
No,
married.
listen.
You said why you asked.
The questions are valid. That's the point. The questions are valid.
I didn't hear your answer then.
No, but that's
You
the point.
said
The
why you
question.
asked the question.
See, Fatty is only going to bat for Tyranny because Tyranny's asking the questions that he would ask, and again, pry into Jacobet's personal business to use against her in this argument. So he can be like, aha, I got you. That's the only thing that he's looking for far as satisfaction. Like, look at his face. Look at fat ass's face. He just waiting to just bite her with her own information. It's just deceptive. Like, I don't know what other word to use. It's really evil. I don't want to use that strong of a word, but he's manipulating his audience. And it's like, I know he's trying to make sure that it doesn't break out into a blown out argument, but it's like, again, Tyranny's not asking the question that you're asking, Fatty. She's asking a simple question as far as, look, are you how long have you been married? Is this your first marriage? That's what she's looking for. Because if you've only been married for this long, you really can't say that you're going to stay forever because you probably haven't went through those difficult times. I'm not gonna put somebody else's business out, but I understand where Tyranny's coming from when she asked those questions. When she says, "How long or is this your first marriage?" Because girl, if you've been married before, you know the personality changes that they can go through. But let's go back into it.
So I answered it. You said, how long you been married because X, Y, and Z? And then I answered the X, Y, and
That's
Z.
what I was about to say. You answered the question, and then you
That's
go
why
on.
I don't think it's
Oh my
relevant.
God, friends.
Oh, Lord, have mercy.
One thing that we can do is ask a question and then go on a fucking tangent. Okay?
No,
There's a question.
no.
No, but okay. So, Jokebed, are you married? How many years are you married? Like how many years?
4.
Okay, 4 years. Any follow-up question, Tiffany?
No follow-up question. That's it. I just want to. I like to have a better understanding of people. That's all. That's it.
We're reasoning, and you asked me a question, and you asked me why you asked the question. So then I answered the why. So it was irrelevant, the
No,
number.
it wasn't. It was still a question within
This
my
back and
statement.
forth
I still
is
want to know
irrelevant.
how long you've been married because some
Because-
women have been married for 30 years and don't leave. I'm just saying, I've seen women
You're
say, I'm
not
never
supposed to
leaving my
leave.
husband. Hold on, let me finish. I'm never leaving my husband while he's doing things on the side, even though he's paying all the bills and he's keeping up the finances, he's taking care of the kids, he's getting your nails done. But some women will literally stay even though they're being heartbroken. So I don't know if you took that question offensive.
No, I didn't.
Oh, okay.
I think
So then why is it for better or for worse?
That's what marriage
For better or
is.
for worse, doesn't include adultery.
I don't get it.
It don't include adultery.
For better or for worse, nigga, not while you on the side getting some ass. They be thinking, if I pay the bills, if I don't know, that's the only thing I heard offer. If I pay the bills and I go to work, I guess, then I should be able to do what I want to do within our marriage. No, sir. You are not. It's not permitted for you to sleep around with other women because you pay the bills. That doesn't mean I'm not going to leave you just because you do pay the bills. I can do bad by myself. Again, she earns just as much as her husband. So her lifestyle is not going to necessarily change. Not necessarily.
doesn't include physical abuse. I mean, you guys take better for worse and twist it and make that shit sinister.
Anybody on this?
And Fatty's video went, well, that was a whole nother situation, Fatty.
Anybody on this video ever told I will love you forever? On this video, on this panel, I will love you forever.
Absolutely.
Yeah, right. What about you, Jokabet?
What's the question?
Have you ever told somebody you are the love of my, I'll love you forever?
No.
Interesting. What about you, Shay?
Have I been told that, or have I told someone?
If you told that to somebody,
My daughter and one person, yes.
not your husband. It's fine. It's fine.
To me, that was a coward move from Shay. It was like, because if I say yes, then he gonna say this, and if I say no, he gonna say I'm lying. Like, because that's why he said, not even your husband. Again, he's using her situation against her. Not even your husband. Your husband ain't say it. So, sir. The other thing that kind of rubbed me the wrong way, and he's about to get into it. He tells everybody, have you ever said, I love you forever, I will love you always, to someone? But watch when it gets to this next amen choir deacon mother.
I can't remember. I ain't gonna.
Okay. What about you, Jokabet? Have you ever told your husband you are the love of my life, I will be with you forever?
Yeah, be with you forever. Yeah.
What about the other one? You are the love of my life.
The love of my life.
Yes.
I don't think I've said those words, but yeah. I don't.
What about you, Kazim?
Listen, my girl says those things to me like a lot. And I just take it with a grain of salt, because I know at any given moment, her mind could change. No matter how awesome I am, I think I am, she can bounce. So I don't really take that. I don't take that to heart. What I take it is that she's having a certain feeling and a certain emotion right now, based upon the things that I've done to her in the past and what I can do. And that feeling can change.
Yes. What about you? What about you, Quinton? Have you ever said that, Quinton and Dark Lake?
So he didn't even answer the question whether he said that, right? He let that slide. Fatty let that slide. Oh, no. I'm not gonna let you get on here and not answer just answer the simple question. Just answer the simple question. All this shit. But the nigga didn't even answer the question. He answered it the way he wanted to, right? But he's not going after this man. That's why I'm like, I can't really rock with that dude, fat ass. But I agree with Kasim when he says that, and I had to really step back and be like, you know what? Women are emotional, and women do things out of emotions, and may say things in the moment out of emotion. So I had to really say, well, you know what? I'm probably just saying these things because how I'm feeling right now. Okay, so I could agree with his argument in that point of view, but I still feel like he didn't answer the question, and I still feel like if it was any other woman, I say woman on the panel, Fatty would have told her she needed to answer the question, and she won't come on there. Y'all see it. Y'all will see.
For the love of my life, I'll be with you forever. Even when you're younger, like 21, 23, like you never said that, Quinton. You never said that you are the love of my life, and you never said I want to be with you forever, ever. What about you, Dark Lake?
I've never said that, but I don't see the point of saying it, since we can have a irreconcilable difference, and I could just change my mind as a man.
Yes, but that's your brain thinking. That's not your heart thinking. If you feel it, sometimes you say it. You know when you got the really nice nut, and she would lay there, and you smoke well, and she has her head on your chest.
I don't believe Fatty got any good nut.
Just like you can cancel my thunder, but getting some off lip service, I might just happen to slip out of, I love you, I never leave you.
So this is a point of why I agree with you right now. I miss you right now. I care for you right now. I will never lie to you right now. Every single statement that a woman tells to you, you add her right now, because again, probably comes from an emotional point of view.
But that's really anybody. It's not just women. And that's another thing I disdain with this dude, is that he will sit up there and say women. Like, that's when I realized he really has some type of form of hate against women. Some woman did something to this man to make him feel like he needs to attack black women or women in general, because then he'll say I never said anything against black women, but mainly black women are on the panel. And then when some other ethnic group of woman comes on the panel, he's praising her. I've seen it, like he said. I've been on here a couple of times, so I just find issue with that. But that's with anyone. You feel a certain way, what you think. It's called a honeymoon stage. What you think is going on, everything's all good, and then you start settling in and seeing the reality, and you be like, "Ugh, that rubs me the wrong way. That's annoying. You get on my nerves. Whatever, whatever." We all go through those phases.
You and what she feels about you today might not be feel about you tomorrow. If you literally every promise a woman can tell to a man, if you had the right now, you are going to have the realistic assessment of what she tells to you. But when she says the forever, when she says I will never leave you, when she puts that shit on absolute, either she's gaslighting you or gaslighting herself, and she doesn't understand actually that what she's telling you is something that she feels today, not something that she feels 1 year from now. So
is that not something that could be transposed in a sense, or is that not something that can be applied to men as well?
Absolutely, but more women than men, because if I say
more women than men with you, but okay.
Yes, it's just the fact that, for example, I made some promises to some people that I don't fuck with right now, but I keep doing it because I believe in.
I'm gonna pause it because I'm going to tell you guys I'm taking it off the screen because it keeps skipping as far as the video. The audio is fine, so I'm just gonna take it off and let it play in the background. And I don't want y'all to see how trash I was looking on the panel, but that's cool. Y'all can go to Fatty's channel and check it out. I think it's at 233, 134. It was probably later, 3 something, because he spends like 4 hours. And again, I'm gonna get into it, so let's move forward. Oh no. Oh, I messed up. Where is it at?
Question, but anyways, we can move forward. Fine.
Sorry guys, I accidentally pressed it. Let me put it back.
I'll love you forever.
No.
Interesting. What about you, Shay?
Have I been told that, or have I told?
Interesting.
You are the love of my life, and you never say I want to be with you forever, ever. Mm-hmm. What about you, Doc Lake?
I've never said that, but I don't see the point of saying it since, you know, we can have a irreconcilable difference and I could just change my mind as a man.
Yes, but that's your brain thinking. That's not your heart thinking. If you feel it, sometimes just say it. You know when you got the really nice nut and she
no. I don't believe you have really nice nuts. I'm sorry.
Emotional point of view, and what she feels about you today might not be feel about you tomorrow. If you literally every promise a woman can tell to a man, if you had the right now, you are going to have the realistic assessment of what she tells to you. But when she says the forever, when she says I will never leave you, when she puts that shit on absolute, either she's gaslighting you or gaslighting herself, and she doesn't understand actually that what she's telling you is something that she feels today, not something that she feels 1 year from now. So
is that not something that could be transposed in a sense, or is that not something that can be applied to men as well?
Absolutely.
Thank you, Shay. Thank you.
But more woman than men, because if
he keeps saying women. Thank you. He keeps saying women. I don't understand why he keeps saying, yeah, women this and women that. Like, he has a real big problem. Sorry about that. Oh, and let me see. What time is it? Sure. I don't think it's real anyways. But so he keeps focusing his attention on women. It's like you can't sit up there and isolate women as the only group of women who are, I don't know, like doing something against another group of men. Like, you can't say one group is doing one thing against another group, because it can be what is it? I forgot the word. It can go either way. I can't think of the word.
It's just the fact that, for example, I made some promises to some people that I don't fuck with right now, but I keep doing it because I believe in word. I believe in honor. I believe that just because we fell out, that doesn't mean that I should revoke on my word
But
to
you
you.
can't be the same way.
What I'm saying is that usually woman, if you're not like is the what have you done for me lately attitude. The man can do 1,000
Bro, I'm gonna just
things
let it
for you
go.
good. If he stops doing that shit, there's no notion of credit.
And
If
vice
Dark
versa.
Lake is a good friend and he helped me move, he lent me money when I was down and out. He helped me with my reverse. He helped me when I'm depressed. And now I'm calling Dark Lake, and Dark Lake is not being as responsive as he was before. In my head, is Dark Lake develop a 800 credit with me. So even if he's go down, I'm going to have this report with him and says he told me no, but he helped me before. He told me he will let me move, but he helped me before. He told me he couldn't bail me out with some money, but he helped me before. When it comes to woman, it's not that. It's not a credit score. It's literally you done these things for me before, and now that I need you are not doing that. So what the fuck is going on? Why are you not doing the things that you were doing
But
before
it
with me?
happens with women, with men too. Baby, I cooked for you. I took care of our kids. I helped you with your business, and you're not happy no more. I mean, that happens.
Yep.
Men do that to women too.
Yeah,
So you are
thank
telling.
you.
So you are
Tyranny.
telling.
Yes, Tyranny. Women put all their efforts and energy, they know who is applied for, into that person just for them to crap on them, leave them, and laugh. Like, come on. They sit up there and laugh and leave your ass. This is not a one-way street. It doesn't just go, women, what have you done for me today? Men are the same way. Even worse. They are worse. They will sit up there and after you've done what they said, quote unquote, what you gonna do for me, they will still leave your ass after they accomplish that stuff.
Me that a woman can do right by a man for 10 years, and as soon as that woman doesn't cook him one meal, as soon as that woman says I don't want to have sex today, as soon as that woman gets to a rough patch, that man says, fuck it, you're not doing what I wanted now, I'm going to get another woman.
Men get bored with the woman
Yeah.
that's been there with them forever.
Yeah.
Yes, that happens. What's up, undesirable one? What's up? That absolutely happens.
Hey there.
Hey, men step out on their women too. What do you mean? Yes. So it happens both ways.
Tyranny, but men are more apt to staying in the relationship, right? Because men, when we get into a relationship, particularly like a marriage.
That's that amen ass nigga. I'm gonna just call him amen. Okay. Men do not enter into marriages or relationships thinking that this is going to be hard and we're going to work this through no matter how hard it gets. They don't think like that. Most of the time, men are scared to even propose to women, let alone walk down the aisle with that woman. They are terrified. That's why when they do those little bachelor, we got to get our last one out. We got to get our last one out. Come on, man. I got to get my sound bites on here. Come on, man. Who you playing with? You playing with yourself.
We understand it's going to take work. We understand that it's going to take time, it's going to take work, and for us to kind of be there and to be the rock no matter what. We understand that. Women aren't given that same message that a marriage is going to be work. Women get a message that the marriage is going to be happy and blissful and things of that nature. So we're coming into it with two totally different perspectives. We're coming into the relationship like a workhorse.
Because your men want your cake and eat it too. So you guys are willing to have your down ass bitch while you have a side one. But a woman, no. We're gonna sit there, we're gonna work it with you, and you got that little percentage of women that cheat, but overall, that's it. I mean, you did me wrong. I tried to get you to do right while we were in it, so I'm done. I can't.
But you just missed the point that I said, Tyranny.
You said that
when men get into relationships, when they get into a marriage, they have an understanding that marriage is going to take work. And they understand that there's certain things that they have to push to and strive for in order to make it last. We know that. Women do not get into the marriage with that mindset. They get into the marriage with it being happy and blissful. So they're coming to it with a...
I don't know what woman he was with that doesn't, especially a grown, mature woman who does not believe when she enters into a relationship or a marriage that it's not going to be difficult. There are going to be struggles. What person doesn't know that? But it's about how much are you willing to endure, which Tyranny already said. Women go into it believing that it's going to be all good, but then there's some struggle here, there's some financial struggles, there may be some communication struggles, some emotional struggles, whatever it is. Even with a new movie coming out with Amy Schumer, a mental struggles, and a woman will deal with that, but she expects progress. She expects consistency. That's what it is. I need consistency. I cannot have ups and downs one way, this way. I cannot. If that's how it's going to be, then I'm just going to leave the situation alone.
Totally different perspective. That's why men are more likely to stay in a relationship versus women, because we understand that it's work.
Y'all bring in most of the bull crap. Now you want me to keep working and working and working and going through your disrespecting me and you not knowing how to do this and you don't help me with the house, you don't help me with the kids, but baby, give me 5 more years, I got you. Baby, go ahead and give me 3 more years, I'll get that taken care of. Damn, I know I hit my 10-year mark, baby. We in this forever. That's not how women work, okay? You gotta get your shit together. We're gonna fight and we're gonna fight and we're gonna work with you. But there's only so much you can put on somebody before we say we're done.
You know what's fucked up? You know what's fucked up, Tyranny? Remember you were talking about your actual boyfriend, the 26-year-old?
Yes, what about?
And you were telling that he was the leader, but you kind of are, and you will do everything you do, and if you don't want, you will leave and all that shit. That's you. Like, you're literally talking about yourself. You actually, listen, Tyranny. I know you for a while.
I don't even know what the point of that was, but again, fat ass is using her pain, her situation against her. Like, what was the point of that? What was the point of that? She said, I'm willing to put up with your stuff because I'm only assuming. I don't know Tyranny. I don't even know what he's talking about. You know, I'm familiar with Tyranny. I don't know Tyranny like that. I know the situation he's talking of, but not all the way. I wasn't there with him, right? But if I had an idea, Tyranny basically saw potential in this man because I believe he was younger than her. And she said, this is what you need to do to get on, quote unquote, my level or even better than my level. What do you want to do with your life? These are the things that you got to hit. These are the points that you need to hit to get to this point in your life. And he wasn't willing to do anything. So she ultimately gave him an ultimatum and said, if you don't do this, then you can just leave. I am not going to deal with someone who is stagnant in their life. If that's where you're comfortable at, that's fine. You can stay there. But I'm not comfortable where I'm at in my life or with you also holding me back, because it would be stagnant for me as well to watch you in the same place. And you're not contributing to our lifestyle. Real quick, the whole girl that made more money than her dude, he made some money, but she paid for all the luxury trips and concerts and all this stuff. And now she's at basically his level, and she has to lower her standards of her expectations. He's not even able to provide those things. And in their relationship, not once has he tried or attempted to get better. So now she has to lower her expectation, lower her standards, her desires. Like, no, women are not built like that. They like consistency. So if I like, let's say, for example, I like Chipotle, okay? If it's Chipotle Friday, unless they run out of certain food items or whatever, or they close because it's a holiday, I still expect Chipotle Friday. It has to be a crucial reason as to why I'm not getting that. A crucial reason. So you just sitting at home doing nothing, or I don't want to, that ain't what I want to do. Okay, cool. You ain't got to. But somebody else will.
For now, right? And even on friendship situations, you put that shit to the test all the time. I'm going to shit test you. I'm going to put some bullshit on your door and see how you react. And if I'm stern, you kind of keep it at bay, you become bad, because you are smiling and all shit. But if I let you get me one little finger, tyranny will fuck up my whole arm. That's not like it's immediate. Because that's who you are. That's who it is. It's fine. I get you. But let me ask you something, right? If you are the type of person that is my way or the highway, because that's what you are, tyranny. My way or the highway.
Oh, what happened? Let me see. Oh, what happened? It didn't play the whole video? Oh, man. Hold on a second. Let me see if I can get it. I'm going to just have to do some thug stuff. Oh, you know what? Oh, I didn't get it. I think it. I don't know. It stopped recording or something. And I know damn well he took that shit off. Look, I know damn well he took it off. Okay. So basically, if you become a member at his channel or whatever, I end up jumping into the conversation after he leveraged uh if you get in a relationship with someone, dang, I really wanted y'all to see that too. If y'all were to as excuse me, if women were to get into a relationship with men and they were to help with the bills, it would be easier on them. And Shay said it would be convenient, not easier. And I agreed with her 100% because just paying bills does not mean your lifestyle is easier. It can become difficult. Um so I was glad that she stood on her position with that. But he tried to basically force her to change her position. Oh no. Would it not be? Hold on. Okay. He still got it up. Thank God. All right. And my stuff is going to be slow anyways. So I'm just going to play it in the background. I have to hook up my internet. I have to hook up my internet directly to my computer. Oh, you know what I did? I ended up. Give me 1 second so I could get the video playing. But basically, he was saying something like, if you had help, women, if you had help with your bills, your life is easier. Men don't have that same type of privilege. And I was like, that's inaccurate. He even looked up convenient. That's crazy. He looked up convenient and he said convenient and easier are the same thing. No, it's not. That's why I was like, I hate when we be arguing about definitions. It's so stupid. I don't know if my Facebook can hear it. Let's go back some. Because he started going in on Shay. I was surprised. He sure did. He was over there yelling at her as if she was his child. So let me take this off. I really didn't want to do this. I was tired and good. Okay. I was tired. I know it is. Okay. But I don't want it to be like that. Sorry, hold up. Oh, Lord. How do I get out of here? Hold on 1 second. Okay. Okay, so we just gonna listen to the audio. So you keep coming up, but then it'll go away. Yeah, I basically gotta put my adapter into the. Okay, so let's get into it.
That survival, your life with him became so easier when it comes to like the bedrock of your relationship that you started to focus on what about the love? Where is my
The soft
attention?
stuff.
That's the amen. The soft stuff. No. I think a better argument would be that if you had help with the bills, you are able to focus on, let's see, decorating the house, buying things for the house, focusing on yourself, like working out. What else? Being able to go to lunches by your damn self. It has nothing to do with expressing your love towards that other person. It's about having isolated time for yourself that you don't have to worry about these other things. I think would have been a better argument, but he's talking about some you have more time to love on the man. What? Nobody, boy, please.
Stuff.
Yeah, the soft stuff, the things that are more
No.
Yeah, you do,
Clearly,
Shay.
you
You
said
can't.
that.
Whether
you
you're
clearly
aware
missed
of
the
it.
last episode that I was on when we talked about what that looked like financially and those things.
So just to give a background, just quickly, she said that her husband would make a certain amount of money and it would fluctuate. He was an entrepreneur. It would fluctuate throughout the year, and then sometimes she would have to contribute financially to some of the housework, that some fixtures in the house, which is understandable. I don't think that's a big issue. But what she's trying, her point is, she does contribute financially. It's not just an easy thing. It's always going to be something. It's going to be the car. It's going to be the house. It's going to be the kids need something. It's going to be something. Always is going to happen. That's just life. But it doesn't make it more easier. Again, convenient, fitting to what I need. I need this right now. You have the resources I need. Thank you. That's pretty much what it is.
When I say we discuss the business of the marriage and the household, I'm talking about bringing those things up. Like,
and
those
you
were the
said
topics of our conversation.
and you
Not
said he
that
was an entrepreneur making I don't know, he gave
10 to
you way
12,000
more.
a month
He
at
gave
one
you way
time.
more than you
No.
gave.
I said he would have good months where 1 month he may make 10, 12,000 a month,
Yes.
and then
Right.
get nothing for 5
Yes.
Yes, you said that. Yes.
and then you may get 3 or 4,000 this
And
month.
didn't
I do
that's
not
fine.
want to
And
put
didn't-
this
wait,
narrative
wait,
out
wait,
there
wait,
that I was
Didn't
sitting
you
on
wait
high.
1 second? Didn't you say that overall he gave you way more, he poured way more money into you than you to him?
You didn't.
Did you
Yes.
say that? Okay, so let's make this. Let's now that we got to the conclusion that he poured way more money than you into him,
Into the household, not into me.
no, that's fine. But
No, it's not fine, because if he's putting money into her, that means he's buying her bags, he's buying her clothes, getting her hair done, getting her nails done, doing things for her. But what she's saying is he contributed to the place where he also lived. And then the things that was being done for me was I was getting that done. It was because of me.
Che, that means that you are actually on a surplus. You are not on a deficit, you are on a surplus. Because if you take all that money, now you still have to pay for shit. The water still has to run, the light still has to run, the mortgage still has to pay, and you have to pay that shit by yourself. So even if he can't,
Jumping here.
even if he can't,
I was paying it by myself, sweetheart.
She said she was paying the bills by herself. even with him being there. It would be more easier to pay it by yourself because you may not be using as much lights, water, or anything on your. So what I was trying to say, but I jumped in so hot. Okay. I was trying to say you would be using less utilities if you were at home by yourself. A single person tries not to, especially like if you're completely single without kids or anything, you're not at home. You out and about, roaming the streets. You're not at home using those utilities. So your bill will probably be close to zero. But let's look up some facts. Okay, I'm gonna let it play, but we're gonna look up some facts. You have to pay two people.
Okay, T.U.O, are you talking about Section 8, government benefits, food stamps, and all that? Or
what are you talking about?
No, I'm talking about a woman that pays a shit by herself.
Okay. So why, I don't understand, why would this nigga say that? Why would he say, are you talking about Section 8, food stamps, and all this stuff? What, y'all just heard the conversation, right? He didn't offer that discussion to Shay. He didn't offer that discussion to Jacobet, Tierney, Kism, Quentin, Dark Lake. He didn't say that to nobody else. But when I speak, he gonna say, are you talking about that? What the hell does that got to do with anything? Tell me, what would make him say something like that? Maybe I missed it, okay, when he said that. That's why I said, what are you talking about? Because I didn't say anything about Section 8, food stamps. And it's like, you having food stamps, does that pay the utilities? That's why I'm like, he just talking out the side of his neck. He mad because I was about to get his little ass to, oh, excuse me, not little, fat ass together. That's what he was mad about. And I didn't want to fuck him.
Because I know this motherfucker.
Okay, then I'm talking about the same thing. Let me finish.
And let's have the conversation. I'll pass you the mic.
And the crazy part to me is this nigga Quentin. Why is she yelling? Why are you not contributing to this conversation, nigga? Why are you even on this panel? You're not even talking. And don't be mad because I have a crisp ass microphone. Loser.
Microphone. If you are telling me that a roommate, a friend, a husband, a wife that pays half of her shit most of the time is going to make my life difficult, then be by myself. What I assume is that I am getting some type of help for somebody from something else that I wouldn't get from that person. And when women talk like that, usually is that, oh, I don't qualify for Section 8. I don't qualify for food stamps. I don't qualify for help. So what I'm going to tell is my life is way easier by myself, when in reality I'm being subsidized by whatever is back there. So you are going to explain that. I have a question.
That whole statement. He said, and it's so hard to understand him because his accent is so thick. He says, when women don't have subsidized assistance, they usually have to pay it all by themselves unless they have something helping. I don't remember Section 8. Y'all tell me if I'm wrong. Does Section 8 pay utilities? Does food stamps pay utilities? There are certain programs that will help you pay your utilities, but I don't think those are the two programs. But I looked up the statistics, right? Oh, you know what? He ain't got there yet. Well, let me look that up too then, since we there. Because he just was talking out the side of his neck to me. It was like as soon as I said something, he was like, no, because I must have got them together a couple of times already. I must have already, called him out on his BS. Let's look up. Does Section 8 pay utilities in California? Because that's where I'm at. That's another thing. I'm like, you don't even know where I'm located and you giving out these statistics. provides participant utility allowances to offset tenant paid utilities. All utilities that a resident would be required to pay. A resident provides participant a utility allowance. How much is the allowance? Let's see. Utilities allowance. How does the utility allowance work? It says the PHA deducts the utility allowance from the portion of the rent paid by the tenant under the terms of the housing assistance payment contract. It doesn't tell you how much. It says the allowance, which is $4 per month or $43 per year, applies to all rental properties with 2 or more dwelling units on the same lot. $43 per year, $4 per month. Did y'all hear that? But then you have to look at the rates that he gives out. $4 a month. That's the allowance. This allowance, which is $4 per month, and just because, just in case you don't believe me, hold on, because say something else. Hold on, let me make sure. I'm about to screen share. This is about to be funny. Okay, yes. Let's share this because this is hilarious. This is all I wanted him to do. It kind of irked me because it was like, first of all, not only are you talking out of the side of your neck, but you are also not giving the actual statistics. What does that mean? Let's see. You're not even giving out the right statistics. Okay. I really don't want my shit to show. Okay, good. It won't show. So it says when a voucher holder lives in a tenant meter unit, if the gross rent for the unit is within the PHA's payment standards for the program, the PHA deducts the utility allowance from the portion of the rent paid by the tenant under the terms of the housing assistance payment contract. And then if you go down, it says this, oh, you can't see my mouse, god darn it. This allowance, which is $4 per month or $43 per year, applies to all rental properties with 2 or more dwelling units on the same lot. However, this does not apply to condominiums. That's what I wanted to check. All right. So, okay. So that goes back to his stats. Let's go back. Can I say he's completely wrong? No, he's not wrong. He's right. I guess Section 8 do pay, but if you call that paying, I want y'all to go look at y'all utility bills and y'all tell me how much y'all utility bills is, okay? That pissed me off because it came out of left field. Let's see. Oh, let's look at the other one. Does TAMF, that's what they call it out here in California, TAMF, pay utilities? I think if your stuff is about to get cut off or something, they'll assist or something. I don't know. It says if a family has a little or no cash and needs housing, food, utilities, clothing, or medical care, it may be eligible to receive immediate short-term help. Not an allowance like Section 8, $4. Okay. CalWorks is a time limited. I just want to repeat these things because he is trying to make it seem like people are just living off of it. Time limited program that helps to pay for food, for housing, food, utilities, clothing, and other necessary expenses. And that's just cash aid. That's what they're listing out. Like they give you cash aid to pay your bills. Okay. Oh, and this is I gotta look into that. But so let's move forward. I'm sorry. I don't like when people try to play with my intelligence as if I'm the moron on the damn. I may not know how to articulate myself, but I do have a brain for a reason. I do know how to think. It just my brain moves a little bit faster than my lips. And in some cases people say I talk a little bit too fast. But I'm just like, come on, man. Like, can you at least look it up before offering me the question? Like, that's what I was wondering. Like, can you please give me the question first before trying to throw something at me? I want that. Okay. So let's go back to it. Oh,
You
now
are
that
going
your
to.
statement, you have a question on top
Yes,
of it.
that's my show. You are going to.
That's not a good excuse as to why I wasn't able to rebuttal his statement, which I just did. Okay. But because it's my show. That's why I told him when I first got on there, I really don't think I'm gonna like this show, because if this is how you conduct yourself, this is not the way I want to present myself, because I've already been through that, to where they try to gaslight you to portray yourself in a different light. And I understand people have control over themselves, but as Tierney said, it's only so much a person can take, especially when you're attacking me, or not attacking me, but coming at me left to right with all these comments, statements, and then a question on top of that, and you expect for me to keep track of all of it. And I do take notes, but I'm like, bro, we're having a conversation, allow me to engage with you. But it was like, he's so busy, he's so worried about winning the conversation instead of just conversing.
You are going to ask me. You are going to answer me. Explain.
Then he's being very demanding. You're gonna answer me. I'm like, what? Answer you? Who you think you talking to? You got the right one. Nah, I ain't gonna answer your ass. Okay, I'm gonna actually respond to what the fuck you said. What the fuck does Section 8? Excuse my language. I'm getting upset all over again. What does housing assistance, welfare assistance, healthcare assistance, homeless assistance, what does this have to do with a man living in the home is easier for you? Okay. And I don't think
To me financially, how is your life better without me paying half of your shit? Explain to me, please.
I was explaining before you cut.
You don't need to be sassy. Go ahead and answer the question.
Being sassy, before you cut me off and stated your
You don't need to be sassy. Go ahead and answer the question.
I wasn't being sassy. I was telling him, you're asking me a redundant question. I was already answering that question when I jumped in. I said it would not be more easier. But no, he threw in a wrench to say, well, are you talking about Section 8 and all this stuff? What the fuck? But then proceeds to ask me the same question. That's what pissed me off. Like, why would you ask me the same freaking question that I was already going to answer? So I said, it doesn't make your life easier because I don't think I'm going to be able to answer it in this debate here. I said, because you would be less likely to utilize your utilities if you were alone. Meaning, and then you have, and I keep forgetting this, you will be sacrificing. The whole point of people leaving their homes and staying out and being out and about, probably in somebody else's house, is so that they don't use up all they bill or raise their bill to a certain amount. And we're gonna look into how much is a bill on average. Like, but let's listen to his analogy. Sassy, I'm correcting you. I was
Okay,
saying,
and I'm correcting you.
they're living alone would not be using or having a high bill alone, an individual by themselves. And I may not be articulating this correctly, but a person having two people in their households
Yes.
would you'd be using more of the electricity, the water,
Okay.
any of those things. And it doesn't matter about subsidies or any assistance of anything like that. It's about the usage, because even with those assistance, you still have to pay those bills. It's about how much of, and then you guys, it's about how much of these utilities that you're using. You guys tend to, do video games all day or whatever the case. So his choir, his deacon back there, I think it was Dark Lake who said that. No, we don't. He was quick to say that. I must have hit a nerve when I said that shit. He said, "No, we don't." I said, "Whoa, wait a minute! I thought I was talking to fat ass," but I was like, "Why are you lying right now? Is it disingenuous?" Yeah. Why are you being disingenuous and lying right now, sir? You see fat ass on this internet mostly all day for hours. He's on here for hours consuming your television, computer, internet, console. If you look at how much energy you're using from these consoles, you will see that it is excessive. You can look on your bill to see from each month how much you are using. That's like, I'm like, a person who actually pays bills know this, who actually reviews bills, go through it and compare and contrast. Like, okay, when I was doing that month, I need to do this month. Like, come on now. And if I were alone, I don't play video games. Okay, I don't do the digital. No, I don't. I can't stand it. I just have other things that I would prefer to do. I'm a boring person. Okay, I am a boring person. I like to crochet. I'm a granny. Okay, work out, cook. I like to eat. Okay, but anyways, that's a whole conversation. It's a whole different conversation. So for him to say, no, we don't, you're lying in my face right now. When I see Fatty, this live stream that I'm on right now is 4 hours and 38 minutes long. Imagine how much energy he has to use for his, it looks like, because, and I'm looking in the mirror of fat ass's mirror. It looks like a computer, not a desktop. Is it a desktop? Yeah, a desktop computer. And then they have those, what you call it? I forgot what goes with the desktop. I forgot what you call those things. I can't really think right now. But them things that go on the side of the desktop that connects and powers on, whatever it's called. I can't think right now. Put it in the comment. But those things use a lot of energy. Like I said, consoles, when you have things plugged in and you're not even using them, they still are using energy. I definitely want to fact check that right now, because I remember that was on the episode of I can't think of his name. The dude that was in Mr. Stitch or something. Is an appliance still using energy if it's plugged in? So it says, did you know when your appliance or electric device are plugged in, they are draining energy even if they're not in use? Hold on one second. Hopefully, I just got a message. Oh. Oh my goodness. Somebody is trying to play with me. I hate when I am at your home, gates are locked. Are you home? Um, I don't believe this nigga's here. But anyways, so give me a second. I'm gonna need a minute. I'm gonna need a minute. This dude is full of crap. Give me a second. We're gonna come back with the statistics. Lord have mercy. Where we at? I'm gonna have to come back. You're gonna have to wait till part 2. Because he really tries to go in and he don't even get it right. Okay, I'll be right back. I'm sorry, guys. I got a sale to do. Okay, it ain't no booty. So don't even try me. But I guess a man is gonna help me pay these bills. Oh, okay. I'll be back in a few minutes.